Millions of Americans are being told that Social Security will be protected. But now Senator Elizabeth Warren is asking the Trump administration one very direct question. Are you planning to raise the Social Security retirement age? And this question matters because raising the retirement age is not just a small rule change. For many Americans, it could mean working longer, waiting longer, or receiving a smaller monthly check for the rest of their life. So here is the real issue. Washington keeps saying Social Security needs to be fixed. But seniors want to know exactly how it will be fixed. Will Congress protect benefits? Will high-income earners pay more into the system? Or will future retirees be asked to accept less? That is why this new demand from Senator Warren is getting attention. Senator Elizabeth Warren, along with Senators Tammy Duckworth and Richard Blumenthal, sent a letter to President Donald Trump asking the White House to clarify whether raising the retirement age is being considered as part of a Social Security reform plan. This comes at a serious moment. According to the latest Social Security trustees' projections, the Retirement Trust Fund is expected to run short in late 2032. If Congress does nothing by that time, only about 78% of scheduled retirement benefits would be payable. Now let's be very clear. This does not mean Social Security disappears. It does not mean payments go to zero, but it does mean the system would not have enough money to pay full promised retirement benefits unless lawmakers take action. And that is where the fight begins. Because there are only a few ways to fix Social Security's funding problem. Congress can raise more revenue. Congress can reduce benefits. Or Congress can use a combination of both. But when politicians talk about raising the retirement age, they often present it like a technical adjustment. That is misleading. In real life, raising the retirement age is a benefit cut. Here is why. Right now, for people born in 1960 or later, the full retirement age is 67. That is the age when a person can receive 100% of the retirement benefit they earned. If Congress raises that age to 68, 69, or even 70, then workers have two choices. They can wait longer to receive their full check, or they can claim earlier and accept a smaller monthly benefit. That smaller benefit is not temporary. It can follow them for life. So when Washington says raise the retirement age, what many seniors hear is work longer or take less money. And for millions of Americans, that is not a choice. It is a trap. Senator Warren and the other lawmakers argue that raising the retirement age by 2 years could reduce monthly benefits by hundreds of dollars for many retirees. They warn that this could especially hurt people who depend heavily on Social Security to pay for rent, groceries, medicine, utilities, and basic needs. Think about what that means in real life. A retired person losing $300, $500, or even more each month is not just adjusting a budget. That person may be choosing between medication and food, between paying the electric bill and fixing the car, between helping a spouse and falling behind. This is why the retirement age debate is so important. It sounds like a future policy discussion, but it could directly affect the monthly checks of future retirees. And the hardest part is this. Raising the retirement age does not hit everyone equally. Some lawmakers argue that Americans are living longer, so people should work longer. But that argument leaves out a major truth. Not everyone lives longer in the same way. Higher-income Americans often have better health care, more flexible jobs, safer working conditions, and more savings. Many of them can choose to work longer if they want to. But lower-income workers may not have that option. A person who worked in construction, warehouses, factories, restaurants, caregiving, cleaning, driving, or physically demanding jobs may not be able to keep working into their late 60s. Their body may already be worn down. Their health may already be damaged. Their job may not allow them to slow down. So when Washington says just work longer, it ignores millions of people who physically cannot. That is why critics say raising the retirement age would fall hardest on workers who already have fewer choices. It could also hurt people who claim benefits early at age 62. If the full retirement age rises, early claiming reductions could become even steeper. That means someone who cannot keep working may be forced to claim early and accept an even smaller check. This is not just a retirement issue. This is a poverty issue. Now, there is another important point that many people miss. Raising the retirement age may not even solve the immediate Social Security deadline. The last major retirement age change came from the 1983 reforms. At that time, Congress gradually increased the full retirement age from 65 to 67, but that change took decades to fully phase in. So, if Congress raised the retirement age again, it would likely be phased in slowly. That means it may help the system far into the future, but it would not be a fast solution for the 2032 problem. That is the uncomfortable truth. Raising the retirement age could cut benefits for future retirees, but it does not magically fix the near-term funding gap. This is why the debate is much bigger than one number. Senator Warren wants the Trump administration to say clearly whether this option is on the table. The White House has said President Trump will protect and strengthen Social Security. But seniors need more than a slogan. They need details, because protect Social Security can mean different things depending on who is saying it. For one person, it may mean no benefit cuts. For another person, it may mean changing the rules for younger workers. For another, it may means testing benefits, raising payroll taxes, changing the benefit formula, or raising the retirement age. That is why the exact policy matters. House Speaker Mike Johnson has also reportedly talked about addressing spending for Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid next year. That adds more attention to this issue because any serious reform debate could involve programs that millions of seniors, disabled Americans, and low-income households rely on. Now, there is a different approach being pushed by Warren, Senator Bernie Sanders, and other lawmakers. Their plan, known as the Social Security Expansion Act, would avoid raising the retirement age and instead raise more revenue by applying payroll taxes to income above $250,000. Supporters say this would strengthen Social Security for decades and allow benefits to increase rather than shrink. That creates the real choice in Washington. Should Social Security be fixed by asking seniors and future retirees to work longer? Or should it be fixed by asking high-income earners to pay more into the system? That is the core fight. Republicans have generally opposed tax increases. Democrats supporting this proposal argue that benefit cuts should be off the table, and seniors are stuck in the middle, waiting to see which side of the debate will actually become law. But here's what matters most for everyday Americans. No major Social Security reform can pass easily without bipartisan support. This is not something one side can simply push through without political consequences. Social Security touches almost every family in the country. Retirees depend on it. Workers pay into it. Disabled Americans rely on it. Survivors depend on it after losing a loved one. So any proposal that delays benefits, reduces checks, or changes eligibility will face serious public pressure. And polling has repeatedly shown that Americans do not like benefit cuts. Raising the retirement age may sound less dramatic than cutting monthly checks directly, but the financial effect can be very similar. That is why the language matters. If someone says, "We are not cutting benefits, we are only raising the retirement age," seniors should understand what that really means. It means waiting longer for full benefits. It means claiming early could become more costly. It means future retirees could receive less money over their lifetime, and it means people with hard jobs, poor health, or limited savings may carry the heaviest burden. So what should seniors and future retirees watch next? First, watch whether the Trump administration gives a clear answer. Are they ruling out raising the retirement age, or are they leaving the door open? Second, watch whether lawmakers begin talking about modernizing Social Security. That word can sound harmless, but it may hide major changes. Third, watch for proposals involving means testing, benefit formula changes, payroll tax changes, or new retirement age rules. Fourth, watch whether any plan protects workers who cannot physically work longer. If lawmakers raise the retirement age without protecting people in poor health or physically demanding jobs, the most vulnerable workers could be punished. And finally, watch the timeline. The 2032 deadline sounds far away, but in Washington terms, it is close. Waiting until the last minute could lead to rushed decisions and weaker protections. The bottom line is simple. Social Security is not disappearing. But the promise of full retirement benefits is under pressure. Senator Warren's demand matters because it forces a direct question into the open. Will the administration protect Social Security benefits as they are, or will future retirees be asked to work longer and accept less? For seniors, this is not just politics. This is about monthly checks. This is about retirement security. This is about whether people who worked their whole lives can count on the benefits they earned. And right now, the most important thing seniors can demand from Washington is clarity. No vague promises. No hidden cuts. No confusing language. Just a clear answer. Will raising the Social Security retirement age be part of the plan or not? Thanks for watching Social Security Post, and I'll see you in the next video.